Breaking. Alex Eala makes history in Guadalajara Open into the semis. Tennis Philippines flex biceps. Tennis. Filipino tennis star Alex Eala books semifinal spot at Guadalajara Open with double victory, making history. Guadalajara, Mexico, September 5, 2025. Filipino tennis sensation Alex Eala continues to make history on the global stage, storming her way into the semifinals of the Guadalajara 125 Open in Zapopan, Mexico after securing 2 victories in a single day. At just 20 years old, Eala is proving herself as one of the brightest young talents in international tennis and a true trailblazer for Philippine sports, defeating top 100 breakthrough. Earlier this year at the 2025 Australian Open, Eala lost in round 1 of the qualifiers. Ranked number 140, she was awarded a wild card for the Miami Open, where she defeated Katie Volinets, Yelena Ostapenko, and Madison Keys, and had a walkover against Paula Badosa. She then defeated Iga Swiatek in the quarterfinals before losing to Jessica Pegula in the semifinals. Following these results, Eala became the first Filipino to reach a WTA semifinal, the first Filipino woman to defeat a major champion at a tour-level event in the Open era, and the first wildcard in history to defeat 3 major champions in straight sets at a single WTA event. A historic journey. Earlier this year, Eala etched her name in the record books as the first Filipino tennis athlete in history to win a Grand Slam Open match. Her Guadalajara campaign adds another exciting chapter to her already impressive career, capturing the attention of both Filipino fans and the global tennis community. For the first time since her finals run in Eastbourne last June, Eala has now reached the quarterfinals of a WTA event, underscoring her steady rise in the rankings. The comeback against Lepchenko. In the round of 16, Eala faced 39-year-old veteran Varvara Lepchenko of the United States. The clash stretched across 2 days after heavy rain forced a suspension of play. Eala started strong, racing to a 3-0 lead in the first set, but Lepchenko clawed back to steal it in a grueling 9-7 tiebreak that lasted nearly 80 minutes. Undeterred, Eala showed her trademark grit in the second, forcing another tiebreak, and this time seizing control, leveling the match with nerves of steel. When play resumed on Friday morning, the 2022 U.S. Open girls champion wasted no time. Right off the restart, Eala broke Lepchenko's serve and built a critical 5-2 lead. With poise and determination, she sealed the win with a crisp 2-handed backhand down the line, completing the 6-3, 7-7, 7-7, 6-3, 6-3 comeback to advance. Advancing to the quarterfinals. Earlier in the tournament, Eala cruised past Dutch opponent Ariane Hartono, 6-2, 6-2, in the round of 32, extending her head-to-head dominance over Hartono to 4-0 since their first meeting in 2023. Her quarterfinal showdown came against Italy's Nicole Fossa-Huergo, who herself had upset 7th seed Katarzyna Kawa of Poland, 6-7-2, 6-0, 6-1. This encounter marked their second career meeting, with Eala aiming to avenge her 2022 loss to Huergo at the W60 Templeton event in California, when she was just 17. Fueled by momentum and confidence, Eala's performance against Huergo propelled her into the semifinals of the Guadalajara Open, just 3 wins away from capturing the championship. A rising star for Philippine tennis. Eala's success in Guadalajara is more than just another step in her career. It's a defining moment for Philippine tennis. Her victories not only elevate her international standing, but also inspire a new generation of Filipino athletes to dream big and aim for the world stage. What's next? As Eala marches into the semifinals, the excitement surrounding her run continues to build. Filipino fans across the globe are rallying behind her, hopeful that she can carry her winning momentum all the way to the championship. With every swing of the racket, Alex Eala is proving that she belongs among tennis's rising stars. And for the Philippines, she's more than just a player. She's a symbol of resilience, pride, and the boundless potential of Filipino athletes. Under the bright Mexican sun, with cheers echoing across the hard courts of Guadalajara, a historic chapter was written, not by a seasoned Grand Slam champion, but by a 19-year-old Filipina with a fire in her heart and a racket in hand. Alex Eala, the pride of Philippine tennis, not only stormed into the semifinals of the prestigious Guadalajara Open, but she did so with back-to-back victories in both singles and doubles, sending a wave of celebration across the archipelago and etching her name into the sport's history books. This wasn't just another tournament win. This was a statement that Filipino tennis had arrived, that the world needed to take notice. The rise of a star. Alex Eala's journey began thousands of miles away from the tennis limelight of Mexico, on the courts of Manila, where she first picked up a racket at age 4. Coached by her parents and inspired by her older brother, Eala's precocious talent quickly became apparent. By her early teens, she had secured a spot at the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain, a place where champions are forged. At the academy, she sharpened her skills, molded her mindset, and absorbed the relentless discipline that defined her idol, Rafael Nadal. And just like Rafa, Eala developed a playing style that was as fierce as it was graceful, combining baseline consistency with an aggressive forehand and a fearless approach to net play. Fast forward to Guadalajara, 2025. Eala walked onto the court not as a junior wildcard, but as a contender. No longer the teen with promise, but the athlete with purpose. The double victory. In a single day of tennis brilliance, Eala pulled off what many deemed improbable, defeating 2 higher-ranked opponents in one tournament round to secure her spot in both the singles and double semifinals. Her singles match was a test of resilience. Up against a seasoned clay court specialist from Argentina, Eala dropped the first set 4-6. But instead of crumbling under pressure, she recalibrated, digging deep into her mental reserves. With thunderous forehands and clutch serves, she clawed her way back to take the second set 6-3. The final set was a masterclass. Eala broke early and never looked back, sealing the win with a roar and a fist pump that reverberated across social media. Barely an hour later, she returned to the court, this time with her doubles partner, a fellow rising star from Brazil. Their chemistry was electric, their shot-making surgical. Against a formidable top-seeded pair, Eala and her partner executed daring poaches, perfectly timed lobs, and seamless switches. In just under 90 minutes, they pulled off the upset. With 2 wins in one day, Eala booked a ticket to the semifinals in both disciplines. But what made this moment historic wasn't just the results, it was what it represented. Making history for the Philippines. No Filipino, man or woman, had ever reached the semifinal stage of a WTA 1000 event before. Not in singles, not in doubles. Until now. Alex Eala's triumph in Guadalajara shattered a long-standing glass ceiling. For decades, tennis in the Philippines had existed in the shadow of